Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. I'm installing the upper intake plenum. Everything's ready to go. I just hammered in the this EGR pipe. This was almost the death of my engine because I didn't use thread locker. So here's Permatex 27200. It's the equivalent of Loctite 272. So that's in there tight. It probably didn't need the Permatex, but I'm not taking any chances of this thing blowing off into my motor. So I'm just gonna wipe the excess away and continue with this job. Alright, the next step will be to install the upper intake plenum. I already connected the throttle body to it, and I'll show you that in a second. I'm just going to print out the torque sequence for the upper intake plenum. 3 passes, 22 inch-pounds, 44 inch-pounds, then 89 inch-pounds. Take your time, do it right. Okay, just to show you this, I prepped the other night. Screwed, bolted on the throttle body, got 3 studs, 89 inch-pounds, okay? Then you got your vacuum port in the back. That gets a single O-ring. Alright? And you also got to do your PCV. Your PCV valve is in there. That's your pressure sensor on top. And your PCV valve is in here. Very important. There's 2 O-rings. And I have a photo which I will show you. Okay? Got to prep that. 2 O-rings. And this tube, you must make sure that you push that up inside there, because when you buy these replacements, they don't come with that pushed up inside there into the PCV cavity. This tube. You know. So we're ready to go. Oh, there's that guy. I'm just leaving him inside so he can get a little supple. So it'll go around the throttle body easier. One day I'd like to use this printer without it saying ink low on the display. One day. Okay. There's my sequence. Not sure why it came out small, but there's your torque sequence. I printed it out, make life easy, because I'm going to be using the phone to record. Okay, now I'm at the point where I'm going to remove all my little paper towel thingies. I have the harnesses tie wrapped, the fuel lines, evaporator line, the main harness tie wrapped out of the way. I needed to do that in order to hammer that in. Okay, make sure there's no debris in there. Final check. Then this bracket, there's a boss on the throttle body, with a threaded hole for a stud. You have to make sure that you get that boss in here, inside here. I'm going to show you. Some people loosen that bracket. It's not necessary. Okay, so here's that boss. This. So you're going to get that in there, in that inside of that black bracket. Okay. And you have these alignment pieces. There's 3 of them, 1 in the back and 2 by the throttle body. Well, this is really the throttle body side. This is the PCV side. So the gasket pretty much self-aligns, but just be careful putting it in. Actually, I could have left the fuel injector ones in, but that's okay. Because that's going to get done soon as well. You could spray brake clean to clean this top surface. I've done that already. You could spray it on one of these shop towels and just wipe it nice. Okay. All right. Everything looks good. Last minute debris check. Okay, we're gonna bring in the intake now. I'm gonna pause it a sec. Now once you get this seated, everything else is pretty straightforward. So you just want to be gentle with it. Kind of finagle it in carefully. Now you're going to get down and lean and get that little boss. Make sure your gasket didn't shift. Hooked on down there. Okay. Looks like everything went in good. All the holes are lined up. You'll know if the gasket moved, because if it moved, it would not go in. Okay, I'm just gonna get my flashlight. Definitely don't want to rush this part. Check that all your holes are lining up, and the gasket. All right, I see all the threaded holes. Okay, that guy's gonna go right there. So there, that's where it should be. I'm going to have to bend this bracket up a little because this is slightly not aligned. It's probably how the throttle body went on here. Okay. Everything's looking good, folks. I'm going to start putting in the bolts. By hand, of course. By hand. You're going to need an 8mm and a 10mm. Okay, I'm just setting it down. I'm going to do the other 10, which is this guy. I just did the other stud with a nut back here. This is the other one. Let's see if the holes are lined up in there. Oh, perfect. You can see right down the threaded hole. Look at that. Okay. I'm stopping as soon as it touches the plastic, so I'm not putting like any torque on it. You know, you got your front 3. This is in the way now, so I'm gonna cut one of the tie wraps. Hold on. This could come down now. This one. Okay, this can come down now. There. There we go. Just put in the front 3. These are 8mm. Right. And there's one behind the PVC. All right. Just setting them down a bit. There we go. Just till it touches the plastic. Yeah. Okay. And we got 3 regular size ones for the back. Just popping them in the holes. There we go. And we got this long one. Oh, I goofed. This one, sorry, this one goes, definitely goofed there. Because this one goes in the back. Yeah, this one goes back here. And this one goes here. Even I make mistakes. Alright. The stud nut one goes in the back. Alright. Just get these seated. Once again, 8 of them are 8mm and 2 are 10mm. The stud nut ones are 10mm. Okay. Now I'm going to get the torque wrench. Do what we got to do here. 22 passes first, so you set your torque wrench for 22. My guy here starts at 30, so I'm gonna have to start at 30. That's close enough though. Alright. I have a build up here with some extensions. So one is the middle back. All right, that's just seated. Okay. All right. This makes a very light click. You might not be able to hear it. So subtle. 3 is 4. 4, 5. 6. 6. There's 7. Oh, 7's the stud nut. Long bolt with stud. So you got to put your 10 millimeter on. Okay. Oh, then you got to go back to the 8 millimeter. For this guy, hiding right in here. Oh, there's the little click. Okay. 9 is also an 8 millimeter. Yeah, there's the little click. 10. 10 is a 10 millimeter. Stud nut here. Okay. Oh, there's a little click. Alright, so they're all done at the lowest setting. I'm going to pause the camera. I'll bring you back on the final setting. So now I'm going to do 44 off camera. Then I'm going to bring you back for 89 on camera. All right, everyone. I just did the 44 pass, 44 inch-pounds. I just did the torque wrench to 89 inch-pounds. And this is the third pass, third and final pass. Starting from number 1. There it is. You heard it? 1. There it is. Heard the little click. You may not be able to hear it, but I can feel it in the wrench here. is. 3, 4. Still on 8mm, guys. 5. There's 5. I try to give myself enough of a swath so I don't have to, you don't want to have to bring it back again. Here's 6. Yep. See, almost took like 300, almost takes like, not quite 360 degrees from the 44 psi. All right, for 7, I got to put in the 10mm. Here you are. Okay. Oh, there it goes. That was only a little bit. That was only like a quarter of a turn. So I guess maybe there's not a rhyme or reason there. 8. 8 is your regular 8mm. Where'd you go? Right up in front here. Oh, there we go. 8. 9 is also an 8mm behind the PCV valve. Oh, there you go. 10, and last one of torque is 10. It's a stud nut, or this one here. There we go. Don't over tighten. It's plastic. So that's the torque sequence. I hope that helped everybody. Just gonna pause the camera a second. All right, off camera, I just connected this small vacuum line. No, I connected the big vacuum line here to the big port in the back of this. And then there's a small vacuum line that comes out of the top. So that's done. This is the part that is kind of a little misaligned. So I'm going to have to, okay, I gotta just hold this. I gotta hold this black bracket up. He's a little bit lower. So I don't want to strip the threads in this. So I'm gonna just gently pry it up and then screw in this guy. I don't know if you could see this, but the shorter side of this stud goes into the throttle body. The shorter threaded side is about a 1/2 inch. Okay. See what I can kind of pry this guy up with. No, I'm going to get a screwdriver, I think. All right, I don't want to waste camera time with me fumbling around my tools. I'll be right back. Okay, at present I'm just kind of wrestling with this black bracket so that still working on getting this stud into the throttle body. You got to make sure this black bracket is perfectly aligned with this boss. If it's not, you're gonna mess up the threads, so you have to be going in perfectly. So I was using this hammer and this screwdriver just to tap the bracket up a little bit, and also wedging it. But be careful, you don't want to slip and hit this sensor here. So I'm going to shut the camera off. Right now I'm just going to screw this in. It's aligned now. And by the way, a 4.5mm fits this reverse, I think it's a reverse Torx. I'm not sure what they're called, I forgot. But a 4.5mm works. Okay, I had to wrestle with this a little bit. I took my radiator hose off so I can use a 4.5mm to screw this stud in. See? There we go. This way you can make sure it's perpendicular and not cross thread that. All right. Then this nut goes on. I don't think anything goes underneath this nut. I won't tighten it for now. I'm gonna refer to some photos I took on my phone before I tighten that nut. So don't let me forget now to go back to tighten this nut. You know what? I'm gonna tighten it now. I can always, this way, do it now, right? I'll tell you why I'm tightening it now. I won't forget later. I could always loosen it again. Oh. Wrong socket. I need the 10mm. Here's the 10. See that? So I can always, if I'm not sure if something else goes under this. I don't think so. Guess what? If it does, I'll just remove it. No big deal. 10mm. 10mm. Alright, moving right along. I'm going to pause it and get the fuel rail. We're going to pop in those 6 fuel injectors now. Alright, I prepped my fuel rail. I cleaned the ends of the injectors. They got the O-rings all oiled up. Normally you would take these O-rings off and put new ones on, but these are new O-rings. I just did this job in the summer. And these are better quality O-rings than the ones that came with the kit. So I'm going to reuse them. So there's 4 studs that stick up. You kind of line them up with the 4 holes here. Just make sure everything's out of the way. Here's the fuel injector wire in the way. Oh, he's stubborn. You want to get this in because I got these ports open and you don't want anything falling down there. This harness is going to be back here. This is in the way in the front, so you're just gonna line up those studs. Everything's got to get out of the way. Get the injectors in. And can't be fighting with harnesses. There's the back looking. Alright, I got the back 2 studs. The injectors look good in the back. Anything in the way in the front? No, almost there. Alright, then you just push them in. Oh, sorry. Bad idea. This one wasn't in and I was pushing it, sorry. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. So So now we're just going to push them all the way down. Don't force it. No reason to force it. Okay, you saw them all go down. Perfect. Alright, before I connect the fuel injectors, I'm going to put the 4 10mm nuts on. Alright, I'm just getting my 10mm ready. Okay. Alright. So we're just gonna thread these. Alright, I'm gonna pause this, but I'm just putting the 4 nuts on, and then I'm gonna tighten down the fuel rail. Make sure the fuel injectors are snug in their ports before you tighten down on these so you don't damage the fuel injector. Alright, next we're going to do the fuel injector connectors. They look like this, and they have this locking blue clip here. So I'm just going to show you one. I don't know if you can see this, but you place it over, press it on, slid all the way down. See, watch. Watch. See, it slides, and then you push down a clip. Like that. Now the clip is locked in. Okay? Now it can't fall off. Alright, I'm going to pause it to do the rest of them. Oh, so sorry, I goofed. The clip should be on the inside of this black piece that sticks up here. So the clip should be on the inside, like this one is correct. I don't know if you can see that. This one's correct. So I gotta redo this one. And then I'll do the other ones the same as this one. Here, let me take the camera out to show you. I'll show you. This is wrong. I did that one wrong. This is the way it should look. Let me put the light on. You see? With the black piece on the outside of the blue clip, locking clip. So the locking clip should be against the gray part where the wires go, and the black piece on the outside. This one, of course, the one I showed you, I demonstrated to you, is wrong. That blue thing should be to the left. This blue piece should be to the left of this black piece sticking up there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. All the fuel injectors are in except this last one, because I may have to move this harness around, and I didn't want to put any force on the fuel injector harness. This bracket is held in two places. See this bracket? This bracket is held in two places. I'll show you. There, okay. Back there. All right. I don't know if you could see this, but remember that stud nut up here? Well, there you go. So I'm going to take the phone out to show you, because it's these little nuances that a lot of people skip in their videos. I mean, I wasn't really going to make a video this time, but so this bracket I removed, and I popped out this harness holder and this harness holder. See that little plastic pointy thing? All right, so this, see the top? This is the stud nut. Remember when we were torquing our intake down? So one of them goes there. So this kind of sits like the other one. See that threaded hole? Right there, see? Boop! Right there. You could just see it. Okay? So we got an 8mm nut for the stud nut on the manifold, and then we got this 10mm bolt for the back. So I'm just going to tighten these off camera, and you don't really need to see me tightening them. Okay. Be back. Alright, so alright. Just tighten that rear bolt back there. I'm going to switch over to the 8mm socket. There's an 8mm nut that goes on top of that stud with the nut on top of it. Right back here. Okay. I don't think anything goes under this, so I'm just going to tighten it. Oh, sorry, that's a 10mm. I'm not sure if the throttle body, the throttle bracket, let's see. No, that's two positions. No, that's two bolts. Holds that on. All right. There we go. That's on. Now, I'm going to put this last injector in while I'm here. There you go. This, let's see. Okay, we're not gonna pop this in just yet into that hole. I probably could, but I'm gonna do the well, let's do our fuel lines. How about that? Fuel lines. Let's finish up over here first. Purge valve, fuel lines, all that jazz. I'm going to pause it while I get the purge valve. Okay. Here's the purge valve. Kind of goes like this. So we're going to finish up over here the two fuel lines and the evaporative line. Purge line. At this point, we no longer need these guys to be held up here. Alright. These were just some tie wraps. Put on there to hold that. Are we running? Yeah, we're running. Okay, so we're gonna just slide this over this bracket. Wait, that goes on top. Okay, yeah. Oh, hold on. Before we do that, I got these two clamps here for this cable. See? So I got these two clamps we gotta put on this. I got a screwdriver. Hold on. I'm recording. Here we go. So this harness goes in here. Okay. And this one goes in here. Like that. Okay. I guess we can plug in our manifold pressure sensor connector right here, all over here. All right. Now we're gonna put this in. This slides over the bracket here and locks in. Like so. There, that's locked in. Okay. There's a big connector here. This one is held on by the fuel rail. There's a support here for this. So let's get this big connector in. I forgot what he's for, but he's got a lock like this. I don't know if I put this lock on backwards. I'll double check later. But he's locked. Now to get to the purge line here. Well, let's do here. Rear. Make sure you have these clips on your fuel rail. Make sure they're aligned with the openings in your lines. There's two of them. Very important. I'm going to do the back one first. There. You might have a little play like this. That's okay. Let's do the front one. See, I aligned the clip. There. There's an O-ring in there. And this goes to your purge in the line here. Maybe I'll go underneath the wires, yeah. There. That metal clip goes over this protrusion. Now you got this vacuum line goes to your fuel regulator, and you got this vacuum line goes to your throttle body right here. See? This is a dually. There. Might as well plug in these three clips. Got your throttle body sensor, your mass airflow sensor, and your IAC, idle, air control valve. So these go in here, guys. This way they're out of our way. Okay. All right. Remember, we took our radiator hose off. Actually, now's a good time to put it back on. Oops. Oh, I did this the stupid way. Okay. But it's all right. All right. Oop, I gotta hit that release. Shoot. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So the only, now we're going to be bringing our ignition wires over here. And I disconnected the alternator wire. That's a 10 millimeter. Okay. It's a 10 millimeter, so yeah, 6, 2, 4. 6, 2, and 4. There. So easy, even a caveman could do it. A caveman like me, 6, 2, 4. Alright. And then these wires sit comfortably in the 3 holders. Gotta make it look good. Okay, now we're gonna bring our positive. Remember, battery's disconnected. I didn't have to take off the other connector of the alternator, just this. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Okay. I'm just doing a scan, making sure I didn't forget to plug anything in. Your vacuum lines, all these harnesses, your 3 connectors on the throttle body. The only thing we have to do is the cables, and then this air filter thing. Plenum. And so this is a very critical connection, the alternator connection. Don't over tighten it, but it's got to be snug. There we go. It's not going anywhere. Put the boot back over it. My battery is disconnected. All right. So she's looking good over here. Not putting the engine cover on. Oh, you know what we forgot? Thermostat. It's right here. This little connector. Now my clip is on the bottom. Just mind your orientation here. There. There's your clip for your temperature sensor. Okay. I'm gonna pause the video a second. All right, so now we're gonna get this on here. All right, here's your throttle. Okay. Okay. This, I left the bolt on here. I don't know if you can see that, because this is an open hole, so this is just going to go like this, see? Like that. And then there's a bolt here and a bolt here. Alright? But first we got to put in our fun stuff here. I mean, we want to be able to accelerate, right? Oh, sorry. I heard my gas pedal in the car. Oh, no wonder why I was doing it the hard way. Okay. All right. Want to see what I just did? Let me take the camera out here. Let me show you. Hi. There's your... That one's your throttle cable. You push them in there. The cable runs down here and goes like that under that thing, and goes into the left cable. And then the other one is the cruise control. Him you just slip on and he clicks in. He's just a plastic clip. Okay, so the next step is very simple. See that bolt there? That slides in there, and then there's your bolt there on this boss here. So I'm gonna tighten those off camera. 2 bolts. At this point I can secure these 2 harnesses here. That one goes in there. There. And this one goes in this bracket. There's a hole here. I find it, I leave the clamps on and I just pop them through the holes. You could do it however you want to do it though. Alright, I have a bolt somewhere. This is the last piece of hardware right here. Pretty much. Other than the brake negative. Oh no, well there's a clamp. My clamp to the thing here. Your intake clamp. All right. See? It's captured. Tighten them. My ratchet. Not sure. I think those are 8mm. Find out. Yeah, I still have this harness clamp off. Yeah, these are 8. First casualty. I dropped a socket. Oh, found it. Okay. Okay. I just need my extension here. Alright, I just added an extension here.
Good.
Okay. Now we got to do the one that's in the slot on top over here. There we go. Okay, you don't want that coming loose. That's your throttle body. Okay, so two more things. The plenum, the intake. All right, you just roll it over here and you push it on, and then there's a clamp on this side, and then you connect your battery, and you start her up, and you're ready to go. I'm gonna do this part off camera. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, I forgot there is one more connector, to the air temperature sensor. So the sensor goes towards the back, because here's the connector here. See this guy? So we're just going to move him out of the way. Now this, I try to get the bottom off and then bring it up. It's always a pain. It's probably the way I'm doing it, but
Filming.
okay. All right. That was smart. I left this in the house and where it's warm. All right. Make sure it's on all the way around. Yeah. Now we're going to tighten this screw here. 1/4 inch, I believe. And we're going to put the sensor on. Still with me? It is New Year's. I do actually have somewhere to go later, but I'm not rushing this. Okay. 1/4 inch. Maybe I should have slid that. Yeah, I think you're supposed to slide it over. I don't know if it really matters, but let me try to do it. Ah! There. I'm on camera, you know. For the 3 people that watched my videos, I want to do it right for them. Maybe this is helping someone. Okay. Give a little slack for that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right, just gonna connect the battery. Okay, we're gonna give it a start. Hopefully it's not hydrolocked. I don't think that it's not though. It's not. Because I wouldn't be doing this if it was. Filled with a lot of gunk on the spark plugs. Okay, everyone, we're back. I left a connector off the purge valve, so it's over here. It's over here. This guy, and I think it's flooded now. So never rush anything, guys, when it comes to cars. So just gonna let it sit. Tomorrow I'll try to start it. If it doesn't start, then I'm gonna have to pull the plugs because they may be all fouled. So that's where we are at. Thank you for joining me. I wish we had a better outcome, but I think tomorrow's going to be a better day. And Happy New Year, everybody. Have a great 2025. Cheers. Good afternoon, everybody, and Happy New Year. It's January 1st, 2025. First time I'm saying that in the video. Okay, yesterday I think I flooded this engine with fuel, and also there might be a teeny bit of coolant in there. So I'm going to pull fuses 16 and 21 and then crank it to try to help clear it out. So it's been sitting overnight. It should start, but I'm just going to take some time, crank it without these fuses in so it won't throw more fuel into the cylinders. I don't know if any of you ever had an old Harley. I had a 74 Sportster, and if you flooded it, you'd have to really just clear it out. You'd have to shut the fuel off and then kickstart it a few times just to clear out the cylinders because they could flood easily. Same thing with these fuel injected engines. So let's give it a shot. So here's 21 and here's 16. Right under the big 32 relay, but it's these two 10 amp ones, 21 and 16. And thank you, GM, for having this little fuse puller in here. It works great. These came out so easily, so I just put them there for now. All right, we're in the car. We're just going to crank it a few times. That's all, just to clear it out a little bit. Now we're just going to put these two fuses back in. Okay, so we put the fuses in. Now we're going to see if it starts. If it doesn't, then I have to start pulling plugs and all that because she's flooded with gas and maybe coolant. Not sure. All right, no dice. Oh, let me hold the pedal all the way to the floor. All right. She's dead, Jim. All right. You don't want to force it. Okay, so she's still dead. And, excuse me. Next step is I'm going to have to pull the plugs because they're probably all fouled and then blow out the cylinders. Okay, so that would be the next step. She's cranking, but I think she might be flooded with not only gas, but maybe there could be a little coolant in there too. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I'm going to end this video now and continue it another day. Bye-bye, and have a great 2025, everybody.